welcome to Sarah Yoga. I am Sarah, and this is our friend Nala right here, hanging out with us tonight. So today we have a good morning, wake up Hatha practice. We'll move through a couple sun salutations and a couple of warrior poses and set our intention for the day. Thanks for joining me. That's all you're going to need is yourself and a mat, maybe a block if you have one. Other than that, let's just jump right in. All right, so let's get this day going and start off with a nice practice. So we're gonna come, and if it's okay on your knees, we'll sit on our heels like I am here. If this is not okay, no big deal. You can always come around and take a normal seat. Your legs can be out in front of you, whatever works best for you. So we'll start here right away with a couple rounds of the breath. Oh, who's that? Who's that? So we'll start here right away with a couple rounds of breath and some movement with the arms. So we're gonna release the hands down. Take a nice big breath in. Go ahead, sweep the arms all the way up. And then exhale, gently peel the elbows down, around and back, and feel that opening in the chest. Inhale, let's do it again. Take it up. This time we're gonna grab that left wrist with the right hand and then push up through the inner wrist, through the palm. Get nice and long here. Feel the shoulders drop down and back. Take another breath in. Exhale, up and over to the right. Inhale, let it go. Let those arms float down. Just getting your body used to some movement, waking up. Let's do it again. Inhale. This time we'll grab that right wrist, flip the palm up. Inhale, really push up, and then exhale, up and over to the left. On your inhale, we're gonna come back up and we'll do it again. Exhale, release. And then inhale, rising all the way up. Once again, grab that left wrist, push up through the inner palm. And then exhale, up and over to the right. Inhale, climb it up. Exhale, release, let the arms float down. One more time, one more side. Inhale, really starting to get used to the breath here as you come up. Grab that right wrist, push up, exhale, up and over to the left. Exhale, release. So from here, we're gonna lean forward onto the knees and right away just tuck your toes underneath you for a little foot stretch, and we'll lean back and sink into the heels with the sits bones. And take a moment, roll open through the chest, and then on your exhale, round, kind of like somebody's punching you in the gut, chin to chest. And come around onto the feet, and we'll take this right into a forward fold wherever you are on the mat, the back, the front. So widen out those feet, put a little bend in your knees, and let your head drop here. And as you drop down here, feel free to just take a couple wiggles, maybe bend one knee and then the other. Just let your head rock back from side to side. Shake it out. Give yourself a little rock here, wiggle. Kind of shake out your whole head, your upper spine. And then put a bend into the knees. And we're gonna take it right up into a standing pose. So feel as you come up, feel that heart lift up towards the sky. And flip the palms up, take a breath in, and reach all the way up towards the sky. On your exhale, Nice and simple here, like we're moving through a sun salutation. Just hands come back to the heart. And we'll just do this a few times. This is more of a Hatha class today, but just to get the breath going, take an inhale. Exhale, release. Inhale. Widen out the arms. Feel that full circle, full range in the shoulders. Through the mouth as you fold up and over. And then to your degree, right, so you can bring the hands to the tops of the thighs and take a halfway lift here. You can bring the hands to the shins, or you can even just keep the hands on the fingertips on the ground and reach the heart forward. So always take care of your body. This is fine to bring the hands on the tops of the thighs. Again, we're not trying to be yoga superstars here. Exhale, release. And then this time, let your head rise up first, and then let that heart lead. So we're keeping the line of the heart as you come all the way up. Exhale, hands into the heart. And again, deep breath in. Just trying to really find your own rhythm of your breath, of your body here. Setting up, getting nice and grounded. Exhale. Fold it down for your day. Once more, we're going to find that halfway lift to any level. Exhale, fold. So this time, plant both of those hands and step one foot followed by the other into plank. And so you can stay here in plank for a few rocks. If this is too much, no big deal. Then bring the knees down and maybe take a couple rocks with your knees down. So again, following your own body. Right, there's a lot of yoga out there that emphasizes the look of the yoga more than the actual practice. We'll just take one more inhale. We're going to rock forward. And then if those knees are up, bring them down. And really slow, hug your elbows in. Start to lower yourself all the way down. And we'll peel the fingertips off of the mat for the first one here. Peel the elbows back. Feel length through the inner legs as you push down into the toes, and then roll the heart open, shoulder blades on the back. Inhale. Exhale. Ooh. Release. So now we're going to bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Hug your elbows back in. That baby cobra, same thing, or maybe you lift up a little higher. But keep the belly engaged so you're not just collapsing into that lower back. Pull the shoulders away from the ears. Reach through the legs and the toes. Take a nice big inhale here. And then exhale. Pull that core in. We're gonna come all the way up. And so your choice here, you can take this into a puppy pose, right? Knees stay right underneath the hips. You can walk the arms forward, forehead comes down. So this is kind of more suitable if you're really low on energy this morning. If you want something a little more energetic, right, you can take it up a notch and bring it up into downward dog. So it's really all relative to what your body needs. And so if you are in downward dog and you feel like you need to wiggle it out, you can pedal out the legs, maybe roll out through the head, the neck. You take a leg up and open up the hip. So all of these options are just options. I think somebody is building a fort outside. Nice. And then eventually we're gonna take ourselves all the way back up. So whether you're in child's pose or downward dog, we're gonna find that same forward fold wherever you are on the mat. And then just to add something a little more to this, we're going to sink it down. Right, maybe just reach forward and peel the knees out, let the head come down, little hip opener. Should feel good. Or maybe not, if your hips are really tight. We're gonna come back forward. So let's play with this. Let's rise up in a different way, or roll those shoulders down. And see if you can keep your spine lifted as you come up. Maybe as you come up onto the balls of the feet. Maybe take those arms up. And then exhale, heels come down, hands come right to the heart. Nice job. Take a breath in. Exhale through the mouth. Let it go. Feels so good just to breathe sometimes. Inhale. Take it up. This time on your exhale, we're going to peel open those elbows again. And just land the hands on the hips. We'll start with our right foot forward, and we're gonna head into Trikonasana. So we'll take that left foot and step it way back. And so this is where your block might come in handy if you've got one. We'll bring the block into the right hand. So front toes point forward, left toes point in a little bit, straight front leg, just a little micro bend here. And just to start, like a little teapot, bump that left hip back, reach your block, your hand forward. And then inhale, rise up, switch the block to the other side, swivel to the other side, bump that right hip back, little teapot, reach forward. Inhale, use the core, pull up. We'll come back to that first side. Bump the hips back. Now we're going down. Block comes right to the back of the shin. Scoop the belly, and if you don't have a block, you can use the back of your hand to the inner shin. Roll open through the heart. Drop your shoulders away from the ears and push into that outer back foot. So great stretch to wake up the body here. And it's energetic. You're pushing away from the ground, rolling the heart open, opening the heart up for the rest of your day. Great, so we're gonna come up, take that block with you, and we'll switch it to the other side. Bump that right hip back, reach forward. Block comes to the outer edge of that shin, or your back hand comes to the inner edge of the shin. Reach up. It's kind of like you're widening your wingspan from wrist to wrist. Push your head back in space and breathe here. And then exhale. Release. We'll come up. We're going to switch once more to the other side. This time, I'm going to take it into Parsva Konasana, side angle pose. So we'll put a bend in that front knee. Hug the heels together. Just peel the toes back. Feel everything pull towards center. Get long through the arms. Set the foot back down. And we're going this time with that block to the inside edge. And we're just going to set it down. We'll start with the forearm down on the thigh. And then reach a left hand up, navel in, roll open. And then option here, you might slide the hand down to the block. You can lower the block to any level just to take some of the weight off of that right thigh. And again, if this is not an option, you just stay right here. Side angle pose. And then finally, last option, bend that top elbow and wrap the fingers around towards your right waist. Maybe you roll open through the shoulder. So none of this has to be perfect. You're trying to find these poses in your own body, trying to figure out that alignment. It takes practice. But you don't have to rush through it, just finding it on your own here. On your inhale, we're going to rise up and we'll switch sides. Up and over to that left side. Put a bend in the left knee. Just peel that whole left foot up wide. Straighten out through the arms, set the foot back down, feel the heels hug in, and we're gonna set that block down first, and then find the elbow to the inner thigh. Right arm comes up. Feel the inner thighs hug in, heart turn open. And then if you want to go for it, maybe slide that hand down. This requires a little bit more core on that left side. Imagine you're lengthening the left side of your core just as long as the right side. And then if you do so on the other side, we'll wrap that right arm. Right hand comes around. Open up. And then exhale, release. So a little bit different this time. We're gonna bring the fingertips down, start to walk to center, turn the toes in. Little wide-legged forward fold here. So bend in the knees, stick the tailbone back, heart forward. Exhale, release, head comes down. And just let it drop. You can rock the weight towards the balls of the feet. Feel your breath moving into the low back, the low belly. And then we'll come back up, reach the heart forward, heel those toes in. This time keep the toes turned out, slightly wider than hips with the distance. And we're gonna come down. So we're making our way into Malasana. But before we get there, a couple rocks from side to side. Open up those hips. And then land. So hips can come down, right? You can always use your block, pillows, whatever you need, if you need some more height. So it's like you're up on your own little throne. If that's too much, to sink those hips all the way down. Elbows to the inner thighs. Hands to the heart. Take a breath in all the way down, like you're breathing through the pelvis, through that pelvic floor out onto the ground. Feel the belly, the low back expand. And then use your elbows to push out as you hug the legs, the knees in, and then see if maybe you can find more lift in your upper spine. One more breath in. And then exhale, release. So we're just gonna come, take a seat, and swivel all the way around. Send out those legs nice and long for a Paschimottanasana. Forward fold over both legs here. So just finding Dandasana first. Staff pose, flex the toes back, reach up. If you need, you can always come sit up on a blanket or a pillow. If the spine feels like it's rounding, find a little bit more support. When you have that height, it's easier to find the height in the spine. Take a breath in wherever you are. And then on your exhale, we're gonna lean forward. Reach the heart forward one more time, toes flex back. Exhale, maybe take it a little bit more forward. There's lots of options with this one. You can put a little bend in your knees. Right, if you have access to it, you're super flexible. You can find your feet here. But you want to find that length through the heart and then release into it. And then we'll come all the way up. Come straight up and then straight back onto your back. So this might be a good opportunity to bring that block in. So I'm going to give you guys a couple of options here. First choice is to come into simply legs straight up, like you're coming 2 legs up the wall without the wall for a soft inversion. If you want to take it a little bit further, you'll grab your block, bring it on the lowest or that medium height, and slide it underneath the tailbone, or maybe slightly higher, just an inch or 2 higher than the tailbone. Roll the shoulder blades underneath you and find that same inversion. And then final option here. So lots of options depending again on what your day feels like already. Sometimes we just wake up in the morning and have no energy. Sometimes we wake up in the morning and we don't feel good. This next option is really great if your stomach feels kind of off. I do this every morning just to rebalance my digestive system. So this is supported shoulder stand from a plow pose. So if you have this in your practice or you're playing with this, you're welcome to try it. We're going to take it up and over. And again, this is just an option. Any one of those first two options are a great choice. So when I get into plow, before I move to shoulder stand, I like to play around with rocking a little bit from side to side. So the important thing to remember is to keep your head and your gaze looking up. Right, you're just rocking across the top of the shoulder blades. Keep the gaze forward. You don't want to be looking off to the side. Protecting the neck here. And so after I rock a little bit and feel like I've gotten into those upper shoulders, I walk the elbows underneath and find the hands towards the low back. And then take one leg up and then the other. And once you get up here, pull the belly in, flex the toes back towards the face, push into the back of the head so you're tilting the chin up. Maybe walk your hands further down the low back and then breathe. So it's kind of like you have Barbie shoes on. Your Barbie high heels. So you're pushing through the balls of the feet, flexing your toes back towards the face. So if you like, I have a wall here, so it's going to be kind of hard, but usually I like to take a little split and kind of just let my legs fall apart to the best of their ability. I'll kind of go a sideways split. Nice. And then we're gonna keep the chin up, look towards the sky, make our way back to plow. Again, if there's any rocking here on your upper back you want to take, woo, you might take that. And then we'll bring ourselves back down. So if you have the block under your tailbone or those legs are up, you can bring your feet down as well. Simple twist, so walk your feet as wide as the mat, take them off to the right. And then inhale through center to the left. Maybe let your head rock from side to side a couple times. And then just take those legs out, take the arms out, finding a moment here to rest in Shavasana. So if you can, stay longer. Hang out here as long as you need. If you're ready, we're gonna make our way up into a seat. One last moment, hands come together at the heart. And just enjoy, appreciate this time that you have given yourself. It's really everything. It enables us to move from more of a genuine place throughout the day. So thank you for sharing this practice. Thank you for letting me guide you in this practice this morning. And I will see you next time on Sarah Yoga. Namaste.